back to my channel. It's Tamara. Welcome to day 6 of our 7-day flexibility challenge. Oh my goodness, it's been so fun and I'm so glad we made it so far. Really appreciate all of the positive comments and feedback you've been leaving for me. I'm learning a lot of what you like or what you enjoy to do. So let's keep the comments coming. Today we're working on twists and turns, which is actually pretty closely related to our binds and balances from a few days ago. But what's really special about today is we're going to be bringing back a lot of what we've done and, in a lighter format in the last few days. It's going to be a little bit more intense today. It's a really amazing flow for someone if you're feeling like your muscles are tight. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and leave me a comment on how you found this routine. Okay, everyone, we're going to get started by laying flat on our back. We're going to be super relaxed and we're going to lift both arms all the way above our heads with our biceps relaxed by our ears. And just relax as you slowly get ready. Put the arms up in front of your chest. Twist and turn out those wrists. And then once again, biceps by your ears relaxed, grazing the floor beside you before you actually bring it back up to your ear again. Now with your hands flat on the floor, on both sides of your head, bring your heels towards your glutes with your knees bent. Next, we're going to have you collapse both knees to the left before bringing it back to the center and then collapsing both knees to the right, just giving a light twist to your body right now. Now with control, lift your left leg, cross it over your right leg. We're doing another twist, and we're going to collapse everything to the right side of our body. That's a deeper twist than the last one. We're going to be doing a lot of twists today, so we're getting our bodies warmed up for that. And then we're going to untwist. We're going to lift our left leg and place it back, going back to center with control. Now lift your right leg and cross it over your left leg, and we're going to collapse everything, both knees, to the left side of our body. This is a deeper twist than the first one. Now with ease and control, lift your right leg. Everything's back in the center, relax. So we're going to straighten our legs out. And once again, our biceps to both sides of our ears. And we're going to curve our spine, peeling our back off the ground. And then leaning over our legs. For this first round, we're just reaching for our shins. And then we're going to twist to the right side with both arms. Lifting your left arm up. And then return to the center. And then twisting to the left. And returning to the center before laying all the way back down. Relax, arms go over the head, biceps by your ears, very relaxed. And since repetition is key, we're going to once again peel our back off vertebrae by vertebrae. And now this time we're going to go deeper and try to reach for our heels instead, before slowly and with control laying back down on our backs. Okay, and you know the drill. Repetition is key for flexibility. Once again, relax arms with the biceps by your ears. Slowly reach overhead and peel your back off the mat and reach as far as you can for your heel again. It's okay if you can't reach it today. Like I said, your shins, your knees, anything. It's all about progress. And now shake it all out. Now while remaining seated, cross your right leg with your right ankle over your left knee and twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. You may choose to hinge your left elbow up and down. Just stay very relaxed. And go ahead and center things and shake it all out. Now cross your left leg over your right leg and turn to look over your left shoulder. Looking back as far as you're comfortable. And then we're going to unwind and we're going to shake everything out while being very relaxed and get ready to make our way up to our standing on our feet. Now, after you're standing and you're all relaxed, you've shaken everything out, the next move is going to be a little bit interesting to explain, but a lot easier once you see it. So you're going to take your right ankle and you're going to cross it behind your left leg, meaning your entire right leg is crossed over. And then we're going to go into a sitting position. It's almost like you're sitting on a chair. If you need to touch the floor for balance, that's totally fine. And then we're going to get back up slowly and shake it all out. We're going to do the same. We're going to cross that left ankle behind your right calf. And if you need to put your hands in prayer or your hands on the floor, you're just going to go into your sitting position before standing back up. Okay, great work. Now very slowly rise back up, one vertebrae at a time. Stay super relaxed. And then we're going to spread our legs out a little bit more than hip width distance apart and just shake everything out so that we're super relaxed. We're doing a lot of twists today, so we want to stay fluid. Next, go ahead and slowly turn to face the left side of your mat and place your left leg in the front. We're going to go into a soft lunge. Catch your balance there. You don't have to go too deep yet, but we're going to twist towards your left side with the right arm in the front and the left arm in the back. Before we do the same on the right side with the left arm in the front and the right arm in the back. Left leg still remains in the front. Hands in prayer, turning to the left side. You may choose to collapse your right leg so that the right knee is a little bit closer to the ground before getting right back up to the center. Keep your balance. Go a little bit deeper in that lunge now. Go ahead and take your right arm and see if you can touch the inside of your left thigh while taking your left hand and touching the back of your neck. And then untwist. Once again, deepening that lunge. Now we're going to go into a slightly easier twist. Place your left hand on the inside of your left ankle while raising your right hand to the sky. And then we're going to bring back a concept we were practicing a few days ago, and we're going to do a bind. Right hand goes behind your glutes, and see if you can place your left hand underneath your left thigh to meet that right hand behind you. Holding there for a moment and see if you can keep your balance. Anything that you can do today is good. It's all about progress. Before very slowly with control, straightening that left leg. Back is straight, and then once again, now we're going to go into a triangle of a bind. So if you keep your leg straight, that's fine. I'm going to wobble a little bit here to show you that you don't have to have a completely straight leg while we stay in that bind. And then we're going to go into a low lunge with your right knee touching the floor before straightening and bending that left leg. Just going back and forth a little bit, rocking back and forth like you're in your half splits. Now I'm going to push the inside of my knee, my left knee open a little bit as I just inch my left foot over to the left side of my mat. And then I'm going to turn while bringing my right foot to touch my glutes or as close to my glutes as possible, turning and grabbing it with my left hand, grabbing my right foot with my left hand. We're in a twist here. You may also choose to not grab your right leg and just leave it on the floor instead. Whatever works for you today. And very relaxingly, we're going to come out of that twist, place that right foot on the ground before getting back up and straightening our left leg. Staying in a low triangle pyramid pose before bending our left knee again. And then both legs come together and rising up slowly. And so stand on up, shake it all out, and stay very relaxed. Now for the repetition part of this sequence, I'm going to continue to use my left leg. I'm going to face the right side of my mat, but that's because I actually just want to show you a different perspective. Please do this part of the sequence with your right leg as you were actually using your left leg last time. So go ahead, bend that right leg and twist towards the bent leg, which in your case is the right leg, before placing your right hand on the inside of your right ankle and elevating, lifting your left hand. We're going to go into that bind. So once again, I want to show you that different perspective. Take that left hand and put it on the inside of your right thigh. And we're going to get ready to do our bind now. Placing our right hand underneath and meeting our left hand behind us. Holding that bind only as you are comfortable. If your hands don't meet today, that's absolutely okay. Shake it on out and have your right leg straighten and bend, rocking back and forth, and keeping that back leg as straight as possible. And so to go into that deeper twist, you're going to inch your right foot towards the right side of your mat, rock it back and forth in your half splits before lifting your left leg so that your left foot is as close to your glutes as possible. Again, anything that you can reach for today could be your calf, could be your ankle, could be your foot, and going into your twist before letting it go. Okay, it's time to get out of our lunges, and we're going to slowly straighten that right leg and then turn to face the long side of your mat. Your legs are still a little bit more than hip width distance apart before we slowly roll back up. Okay, now staying very relaxed, what we're going to do is have you take your right hand and reach for the sky first before you bend over, hinge over, and grab your left ankle. Taking your left hand and seeing if you can touch the right leg, as in the inner thigh of your right leg. Okay, let's balance everything back out, stand up straight again. before you take your left hand to see if you can grab your right ankle, right shin, right calf, anything that you can reach today. And with your right hand, see if you can touch the inside of your left thigh before standing back up very slowly with control. Relax. And remember to breathe. Now, I apologize, there's a bit of a glitch in my filming, but we're gonna have you stand on one side of your mat with both legs together, bent over, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna push your right foot back and have your left foot in the front, bent at a 90-degree angle, and see if you can actually get both of your forearms down to the ground. If your forearms aren't comfortable on touching the ground today, that's okay. You can just stay on both your hands instead, and see if you can rest your head in between those two forearms. Okay, now very slowly come out of that super deep lunge with a lot of control so you don't injure yourself, and bring your right foot back up. See if you can grab the back of your calf or ankle, shake it out while you stand back up. Okay, and since repetition is key, we're gonna do the same thing with the right foot in the front this time, sliding our left foot and leg to the back, and seeing if we can go down to our forearms again in that very deep lunge. Or you can choose to do a lizard with your right knee opening to the right side, if that's more comfortable for you, for coming straight back up. So I hope you enjoyed that stretch for your hamstring, because we're gonna do it again. I'm just gonna change to face you this time so you can see it from a different perspective. But once again, with our right foot sliding out to the front, bent at a 90-degree angle, we're gonna go into a super deep lunge. And we're gonna see if our forearms, both of our forearms, can touch the ground and hang our head in between. Again, if it's not comfortable for your forearm today, stay on your hands. Okay, let's try it one last time together. I'm gonna really slow this down though so you can see some of the details. It's a super magnificent stretch. It's a full body stretch. Okay, stand on up before we do it for one last time. With our left leg in the front instead. I'm just trying to mirror what you might be seeing. Bent at a 90-degree angle. So here's a little trick. You can choose to put both hands on the floor on the inside of your left leg and start inching that left leg more towards your left side. Shake it a little bit and then slowly exhale. Make sure you exhale as you put both forearms to the ground, hanging your head in between. Again, it's all about progress, so if you're not on your forearms today, that's absolutely okay. Your hands are fine too, just hang your head in between there. And then slowly make your way back to standing, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. With control, relax, do a full body stretch, reach for the sky. I apologize that my head's a little cut off right now. Appreciate you bearing with me in this situation. Let's do one last sequence together. So shake it out, make sure you're relaxed and you're breathing, and make your way to either the right side or the left side, the shorter end of your mat, so that we're gonna walk out into a downward dog. So go ahead, slowly hinge at the hips, walk out your hands, and see if you can get your heels to touch the floor. If they're not touching, that's okay. So as long as you're working towards it, push forward into a high plank before you go back into that downward dog. And once again, maybe push forward while you're on your toes. And what we're gonna do for a twist is, in our downward dog, take our right hand and see if you can grab your left ankle before you let it out. Once again, push forward and push back. We're going to repeat this since repetition is key. Push forward and push back, staying relaxed. Now left hand grabs right ankle, looking beneath your right armpit, and then let it go. Both hands are in the front of you again. Push forward one more time before you push back into a downward dog. We're going to repeat that, but I'm going to show you now where you don't have to grab your ankle. You can grab your knee or your shin or your calf, whatever you can reach for today. Let's try that again. Left hand grabs right knee this time and let it go. Okay, now very slowly have both your knees come down and meet the ground, and we're gonna lean back into our child's pose. See if your heels can touch your glutes, both arms and hands out in front of you, just very relaxed with your head hanging in between. Do remember to breathe and stay very relaxed. Great stuff, everyone. You're doing a really great job, and I hope you're having some fun so far. Okay, so since it's always nice to end on a challenge, let's go ahead and try out a mermaid pose, a twisted, another twist. So what we're gonna have you do is very similar to your pigeon pose, which if you're not familiar with what that is, go ahead and bend your right leg at a 90 degree with your heels facing inwards. Your left knee and leg are bent. And what we're gonna do is see if we can get your heels to come up and touch close to your glutes, very close to your glutes. Bend it up to the sky. We're just working our way into that mermaid pose. And now wrap your left arm around that left foot, and your right hand is going to try to meet your left hand. Now this is quite a bit of a stretch, so if the hands don't meet today, that's absolutely okay. You could choose to keep your right hand on the floor, and you can just have your left hand hold on to your left foot. Or you may not even bend that leg. You may stay in a pigeon pose, similar to what I'm doing right now. Okay, now let it go and stay relaxed. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna bend our left leg to face the inside of our body, and our right leg, which is extended, I know it's the opposite of the mirror image that you see in front of you in the video, we're gonna turn to face the right side of the mat. Stay in that pigeon pose. You can choose to stay here, or we can dial up the challenge. Go ahead using your right arm now and see if you can get your right foot to come as close to your glutes as possible. Wrap your right arm around that foot. Get comfortable and breathe. And your left arm is gonna meet your right hand. Left hand and right hand, sorry about that. And stay there for as long as you're comfortable. Again, you don't have to go this far this time. You can choose to keep everything on the ground. And if you are coming out of that mermaid pose, please do so slowly with control, and don't forget to breathe. Everything should be very relaxed and fluid. Now to just get things reset, you know I do love the butterfly pose, so do bring your heels to meet each other in the middle of the mat, very slowly and with control, and you're gonna let both knees fall to both sides. You may choose to stay seated with your back straight, or you can hinge over and see if you can get your forehead to meet your feet. So here's where we're going to end our practice for today. Please stay here for as long as you'd like so that you're relaxed. Thank you again for joining me for day 6 of our 7-day flexibility challenge. We're going to be looking at our last day in the next video. It's been so great to learn and come along with you on this journey. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe so you can see when that video comes out. Oh, and don't forget to like this video or leave me a comment so I know that you joined me. Looking forward to seeing you next time.